Loosey-goosey chime time. Thanks to Mr. Mark Panopoulos for that. And
that's the Mike Devine,
the Mike
version.
Devine
Don't
version.
forget that.
So
Yeah.
Nice.
That's the Mike Devine edited version.
Yeah.
Welcome back once again, everybody, to our Loosey Goosey show about town. And Big Daddy Russ Horton, we got Mandy, myself, and Leah, as usual, bringing you your local news and all that good stuff that's going on in the community of Halton Hills. And beautiful sunny weather we got this week.
It's beautiful. We've actually got the air on.
Yeah,
for the
what a
first
freak
time.
of nature we're having this week. And no complaints though. I'm not complaining about it.
Definitely not. Bring on the heat.
Yeah.
The gals are wearing the short shorts, and the guys are smiling, and it's spring, summer in Halton Hills, and there you go.
It's amazing.
And the birds and the bees do what they
how,
wish.
The short shorts came out real quick.
Yeah, within the last couple of days, matter of fact.
Lots of motorcycles on the road, so
Yeah.
please be careful. Be aware that there's motorcycles on the road, people. As a rider, I've had many people cut me off, so please pay attention to what's going on the roads. And we're brought to you by
Max Tires and Auto Repair, and they're located at 61 Guelph Street in beautiful downtown Georgetown. And they have the lowest prices on tires and accessories. Very sexy showroom down there. Sean will stand in the showroom and greet you as you go in, as a matter of fact. And you've got Smudge and the gang, the mechanics, of course. They have licensed mechanics, so...
well, getting a lot of people switching their tires over too
Yeah.
this time. Whereas you know what, we're still going to see some snow next week.
And
Might
when-
not be a
Bite
good
your
idea.
tongue. Bite your tongue.
No.
Yeah, I've heard wet snow. I've heard wet snow in the air.
Yeah, well, obviously it's not going to stick around. It's just going to be, but it will make driving conditions just a little bit. It's a little bit of a gnarly situation.
905-873-9255. Got
Don't you
it printed
forget
in
it.
my brain now because I have.
But he's
I
still
always-
got it written down.
I don't know why. With phone numbers, I'm terrible with phone numbers.
You know, it's so funny now because everybody uses smartphones. Like
you don't have to know the number
even
anymore.
remembering my own number.
I don't know my own number.
Nope. I gotta
never
look it
call
up.
myself.
Yeah, I got to look it up. You know, even people that I'm close to, my mom, Mel, this and that. I still got to look it up. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny.
Did you ever go through life and wonder if there was a black cloud following you around? You know.
Oh God, yeah.
Usually when I put this show together, it's 2 o'clock on a Friday afternoon. I get all my stuff together, and doesn't the power go out for like 45 minutes? So here I am. I felt like a short order cook. You know what I mean? I've got this going on over here, copy and pasting here. This is going over here. You know what I mean? So then it was one of those frantic days, but I did get through it, and I'm still here. But wow, I'll tell you. When you have to restart 3 radio stations, configure 4 towers, write a script for a show that's coming up in an hour and 20 minutes, all within an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I'm all right. But if I would have stuck a broom up my ass, I could have swept up at the same time as well. There's no doubt about it. And I'm very proud of myself. And thanks for all my radio pals on Facebook that were there saying, "You can do it, Big Daddy," and I did. All right, Amanda is here. Mandy with Bassant, by the way. Amanda Bassant.
Bassant.
Yes.
Yes.
And she is here with the weekly gig guide. What's going on this week, Amanda?
Well,
This
there
weekend?
is quite a bit going on this week. And of course, we have quite a few patios open. Yes. Okay, so start it all off with Uncorked on Main. Friday, April 14th at 7 p.m. is Paul Kafka. Appalachian patio is open.
That's a nice patio that he's got there, too.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, Saturday, April 15th is Monty and the Crew.
Monty, love you, brother. Good friend of mine. Great guy. Awesome show.
And at Symposium, patio is officially open and live bands will be starting up in 2 weeks. Tune in every week and we'll let you know what bands are playing.
Tommy's Grill.
Tommy's Grill, Poison Fountains, and they call it Chaos and Guests.
It's a punk show.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yep.
awesome.
Yeah, with I think 4 bands they've got coming.
Awesome.
All young kids. Like
Well, it's good
It
for our
looks
kids to see
amazing.
some punk bands.
exactly. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Acton's
Okay.
a great music town.
It definitely
town.
is.
We got tons of musicians there. garage will be open. We're hoping for May 2-4, so that's the garage.
Oh no,
aspect.
sooner.
If we can. If we can.
Okay, the Red Harp Acton patio season has officially started. And road trip, everybody. Friday, May 5th, 5 p.m., $70 per person to the Toronto Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they grab a bus and all head down. And
Some great lacrosse.
I can't remember his name. I think it's Mark Creed. No, that's the father. Anyway, our local Acton boy is the captain of the Toronto Rock.
Is he?
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Good for him.
Yes.
Well, it's their playoff game, so hurry and grab your tickets. They sell out fast. And at the Furnace Room Brewery this week, Thursday, April 20th is bingo night.
Yoo-hoo.
$20 to play, great prizes to be won. Register early, they sell out fast.
What a great idea, eh? Bingo.
Yeah.
Not too many people play bingo anymore.
Tanner's patio is now open. Enjoy
patio.
the sun. The Pickled Piper. Patio's open. Enjoy good friends, good food out under the sun. And at the Georgetown Marketplace this weekend, they present Poodle Palooza at 1 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. Doors open 10 a.m. featuring Elegance in Motion, Possum Performance, Poodle Perfection, a free event fundraiser. Come out and help support Upper Credit Humane Society. Check out the vendors as well. All things for your sweet fur babies.
That sounds like a lot of fun, and they need a lot of help right now at the Upper
Yeah.
Credit Humane
Yes,
Society.
they
Any
do.
chance you can get, please donate to the Upper Credit Humane Society. They do awesome work. And
Incredible staff they have up
yeah,
there.
you know, it's especially when you hear of the news like we heard this week with Dave and
Yeah.
Kira.
Oh,
and
wow,
whatnot,
that's
you
right.
know.
We got to talk about that.
You know, he's going to be really missed at the garage, that's for sure. So,
Okay, and with the good weather here, I just want to get it out there and remind everybody there is a huge need at your local food banks and bread baskets. Please, if you can consider donating a food item and help make someone's day better, that'd be awesome. Okay, and we are brought to you by Halton Women's Place. If you or anyone you know is in a situation you need help, get out to get out of, please reach out 24/7, 7 days a week, including holidays. Someone will always be there. The crisis line for Milton and Halton Hills is 905-877-8555. Please reach out. Someone is there.
It's nice to know that, you know, if you're in a bad situation like that, somebody's at the end of the phone that will help you.
Oh, most
And
definitely.
they do an amazing job, and we're very proud to have them as sponsors on the show.
unfortunately, we need to have services like that, but I'm glad they're there and they do wonderful work. They're great people.
And before we bring in the boss, Leah, here, we want to say our condolences. Our two pet dogs that we have
Our
up
two
at
mascots,
our
essentially.
two mascots at the at Lee's garage have passed away in the last week or so, or a couple of weeks.
Oh.
Dave the dog, the bulldog,
Kira, yeah.
and Kira
yeah.
died as well. And we want to say to the gang up in Acton
Yeah.
how sorry we are of the loss.
I was shocked. We were standing on the side of the street, Andrea and I, and they'd been getting kitchen renovations done in their house. So, how's the kitchen renovations going? And she just looked at me, and I'm thinking, oh, they can't be going so well. And then that's when she told me, and
Wow.
I was just stunned. I was standing there like,
What do you say?
yeah, you
Yeah.
know, I had no idea. Even Kira, because she had passed away the week before. And I still had no idea even that had happened. So yeah, I was pretty blown away, a little sad, or quite sad actually, because Dave was a staple in the garage for the last.
How many laughs did we have at him?
Oh my God, he was a riot. He was
He's one of the boys. You know what I mean?
pretty much, you know, he was. He would come hang just like we would. So.
And she would just lay there and just
Oh
enjoy
yeah,
it.
oh yeah, she was fine as long as she was near somebody.
That's right.
She was a happy girl, but she passed away from old age, and Dave.
She had a good life.
Dave had
Chevrolet.
leukemia, I believe it was. So they're out tonight looking at a new dog.
Let's hope so.
So,
Yeah. All right. Well,
thanks, Mandy. We'll see you back in a few minutes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave it.
How did I do that? Did you notice that I did not? I did not.
Take it and
See,
move it and
she's
put it
not even
together
listening
and
to me,
render it.
see?
Yeah. Clip and take out and just and put the transition between it is so much easier.
See how I did that? Eh?
Yeah, I wanted to say, oh, I feel so bad. Oh, Sarah,
Stop touching me.
We're gonna.
Lee, she's touching me.
We're gonna miss Dave so much, but I can't say anything from back there. And I'm going, why are you talking about this now? Because I can't say anything. I'm over there.
What do you want to talk about?
I wanted to have my condolences to Pete.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you could have thrown that one in, though. But,
Back there, I'm not saying anything after the comments they made, and I agree with them.
oh, I do. I
It's
get
annoying when you can't see someone, they're yapping away in the background, so I'm not doing it at all.
Humble and Fred do it all the time.
That's all right. We'll be more professional than Humble and Fred. How's that?
it.
Well, we can
Notice
try.
the 666 on there.
Maybe it's 999. They just put it upside down.
Hope so.
Okay, we
Man, if
ready?
you do me a
All right.
favor, hon, can you pass me my water, please? Rather than me get up and... Thank you. Hope I can get out.
Are you ready?
Ready? All right, we're back with Leah Lywood in the air chair with us. Thanks, Mandy, for that. That was awesome. Great to have some info on what's going on with the gig guide. You can always check it out on our Facebook page, too. We do have it on there. Am I correct? Do we have it on our Facebook page?
Actually,
the gig guide?
we should probably put it on.
Well, I guess we should put
I
that
can put
on
it
there.
up.
Yeah,
I'll put it up
post
as soon as
Yeah, that's
we've
a
got
great
it, so I'll
idea.
put it
That's a
up.
great
You know,
idea. Put it on.
check it out on the Facebook page at least, and lots of great bands. And the weather, like tomorrow, you figure tonight. I went by the Red Harp last night.
It's packed. I was
it
there.
was jammed. I was like right on. It was so good to see. So
Couple more days of that yet, but
yeah, we got a couple more days, then we're back to seasonal temperatures once again. But I do feel like last year we opened the garage on May 24 last year. It was this kind of weather. It was gorgeous. It was absolutely beautiful. So we might see a little bit earlier opening. You never know. That'd be nice.
Yeah, well, let's get back to the garage, man. I can't wait. Can't
Well,
wait.
we might be able to go back. It's whether the band can kind of thing
Yeah.
too, right?
Well, you
So
got to have the right conditions, especially later in the evening. It gets a little chilly. you know?
That's it, right? It cools
Sitting
down.
there in your toque playing,
Yeah, my
ballroom blitz.
drumskins don't really like that cold weather.
I was just gonna say I have many drum skins at home, and no
Yeah, it's not happening.
Not a slow no.
tinny sound.
Not a slow news week, but the big story is a fairly big one. Georgetown man, 29, is charged in the Royal Bank robbery, Royal Bank downtown. Halton Regional Police have arrested a 29-year-old Georgetown man in connection with a recent bank robbery investigation. On March the 27th at 12:45 p.m., a man entered the Royal Bank at 83 Main Street South, my old bank in Georgetown.
The downtown one, yeah.
He approached a teller and demanded cash, police allege. The person then fled the bank with an undisclosed amount of cash. No physical injuries, thankfully, were reported. No weapons were observed either. And through an investigation, Halton police officers were able to identify a suspect on April the 6th. The suspect was arrested in the area of Guelph Street and Mountain View Road by the mall in Georgetown. So
Took them
that's
2
the
weeks to
latest.
walk that far.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yes.
I guess, through word of mouth, Halton police worked very well on that situation.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
nailed it down to one particular person.
So, speed limits to drop in 4 Halton Hills neighborhoods. Due to lack of sidewalks and proximity to a school or a park, Halton Hills residents will soon see speed limits reduced to 40 km per hour in 4 areas across town. Areas around Mill Street East, Barraclaw Boulevard, West Branch Drive, and Upper Canada Court have been chosen. Town staff have created maps showing these streets in each neighborhood. The changes are expected to be implemented this year, and for the next 5 to 6 years, the town's 40 km per hour speed limit policy will continue until all eligible areas have been covered. Last year, 5 locations were chosen, which was Cobble Hill Road, Tanner's Drive in Acton, Georgetown, Barber Drive, Belmont, and Delrex Boulevards.
There you go.
The other thing too is you can slow them down all you want. stupid drivers are stupid drivers, and you can't fix stupid, unfortunately. So it's, yeah, like I understand in the school zones, but 50 is fine when you're on some of these other roads, and I don't understand. People are complaining, obviously, people driving like maniacs. Well, police the road then. Police the road so that you can scare the hell out of people and slow them down a little bit, because you see it, I see it, see somebody going across 17th side road because it's 60, right, going across 17th side road. Most people do 80. You're okay, cops will leave you alone, but you know the ones that got pulled over on that road because they're bang on 60 kilometers an hour because they got stopped on that road, and it kind of, that's always in their brain, and you think about it. So yeah, police the roads. I don't think lower speed limits are going to change anything.
What's going on with that hydro box?
I didn't even see this story, but thanks to David Lee from the Independent Free Press, Halton police are investigating after a hydro box was severely damaged in Acton. At some point during the overnight hours between Friday, April 7th and Saturday, April 8th, a vehicle apparently crashed into the hydro box, which is located in the area of Danville Avenue and Matthew Court. Police said tire tracks were found leading to the box, so obviously there was some braking going on, maybe.
I think somebody missed a turn or something there.
That's what it sounds like. The hydro box was reportedly shifted by the impact and its wires exposed. The repair cost is estimated at around $6,000. It's unclear whether the damage resulted in any loss of power to the area. I didn't lose anything in our area. But they are looking for the driver, so they're asked to contact Halton Regional Police. You can do it through Crime Stoppers at 1-800-2222, 1-800-222-TIPS, or you can go to crimestoppers.ca.
Tips.
Can you do that again?
2222.
Do your arm thing.
That's almost like the one-handed clap.
Leah, can you do your arm thing again? I need my arm fixed.
The opening to the show.
I love that. I will forever ask you, as long as you can do that, I will never stop asking for that. He brought it up.
This man is not human.
My sister was the one that found out she could do that. We were about, I guess I was about 10, she would have been 12. And she was sitting in the back seat of the car, and she started doing it. And I thought my dad was going to piss himself laughing while he was driving and crash the car. So then she goes, well, can you do it? Because we're both double jointed. And I don't know, so I tried, and yeah, I could do it. So
I'll never forget the first time you did it. I thought I was going to wet myself. Honest to God.
We'd like to
glad I
thank,
could entertain everybody.
Accident waiting to happen.
we'd like to thank the people we get our source information from, like the Independent Free Press and Halton Hills Today and the Halton Regional Police, the school board, Acting Up. We appreciate your work and hard work, and we bring it together for you right here on this show. Now, this is the big news. Woohoo! For fat guys. Tim Hortons is bringing back 2 beloved donuts for a limited time to celebrate National Donut Day on June the 2nd. The company made the announcement this week, showcasing a package labeled Top Secret. And we've decided it was time to bring back a couple of guest favorites for National Donut Day, but only for a limited time, says the Director of Culinary Innovation at Tim Hortons, whose name I can't pronounce. We're super excited to be bringing back 2 beloved treats that guests have been nostalgic about for years. Can you guess what the flavors are? I have no idea.
Oh,
I'm thinking Dutchie's one of them.
That was mine. That
Well,
was
that
always
was
my
the
go-to.
original Tim Horton treat with the apple.
Me
Dutchie.
too.
Was it Dutchie?
Was a Dutchie.
No, not apple Dutchie, just Dutchie.
Just the Dutchie.
They have apple one thing.
Yeah.
Apple fritters,
but no.
Now, the
gotta be the
donuts will
Dutchies.
be available in participating Tim Hortons restaurants in Halton Hills and across Canada beginning on May the 31st, just in time to celebrate National Donut Day on June the 2nd. And keep an eye on Tim Hortons' social channels and Tim Hortons' newsroom for more details.
You know, I've never understood why they took the Dutchie out, because it was one of the most
Well, you can still get a
favorite.
Dutchie, can't you?
No,
Not at Tim Hortons.
They haven't had Dutchies for years.
Yeah, they got rid of them a long time
that
ago.
was my go-to when I had a donut.
Oh, God, yeah.
Long gone.
Why would they get rid of the donut
That's
that made
what
them
I
famous?
asked. That's what I just
Exactly.
said. I don't get
Yeah,
it.
they got rid of the coffee that made them famous. So
That's right. McDonald's has it now.
exactly.
All right, who's
right.
up now? You are.
Halton police caution car buyers about revind vehicles. Thank you, Herb Garbett. Halton Regional Police are warning car buyers to use caution when purchasing used vehicles. Since February, Halton Police's Regional Auto Theft Task Force has been investigating a network of revinned vehicles in Ontario. Revinning involves changing the vehicle identification number of a stolen vehicle to a fraudulent fabricated number to hide the fact that it is stolen. The task force has recovered 18 revinned vehicles that were sold to unsuspecting buyers. Police warn those buying a pre-owned vehicle to exercise caution, particularly when buying through a private sale.
I heard of a guy down
What
in
next?
Melton last week bought a $60,000 truck, and there's nothing you
Stolen.
can do about it.
Yeah, he's out.
So what does that mean? Does
Well,
that
there's
mean
got to be some kind of recourse for that for a buyer. Like, there's got to be some protection out there.
Well, you'd think there would be, wouldn't there?
Unless you paid like straight out cash.
This guy just went
I
to
don't
buy
know,
a
what
truck,
would it be?
bought a truck, and there's
Yeah.
Like, where would you go? You've got nowhere that's got some sort of
I-
policy to help you.
A lot of people don't know that there are several locations for your VIN number to be planted on your car. So it's not
Yeah.
just up in your windshield. You have one inside your driver's door. You also usually, where your spare tire is, there is one implanted into the metal. So if you take some time, same under your hood, there should be one on your inner fender wall or
Yes.
your firewall.
Underneath.
And two, the other thing usually is that when auto manufacturers put the rivets that hold the VIN tag down on the windshield are the same color as the VIN tag.
Well, it makes you wonder, even with the ownership, because the ownership obviously is going to have the VIN, and they can doctor that. I get that.
Yeah.
But it has to go through the licensing
there's
office, would
somebody-
it not?
there's
So
somebody
how are they
prob-
getting
There's
bypassed through all
probably
that?
somebody working in the licensing offices, the inside
was just gonna
man,
say, there
you
has
know,
to be,
it's-
because
there's gotta
how
be
else
an
would that
inside
work?
person on that somehow, you know. But yeah, that would piss me off, you know. Like you go to buy a car, and next thing you know, you got the cops at your door with a tow truck going and taking it on you.
I just bought that.
Like, you know, it's yeah. The town is preparing for a cultural heritage master plan to continually identify, protect, and celebrate the rich and diverse cultural heritage of Halton Hills, commented Mayor Ann Lawler. This story comes to us from Rita Rohilla from the Independent Free Press. Before the finalization of the draft master plan, the second public open house was hosted yesterday evening virtually. A 74-page document outlined introductory background, the town's history and evolution, local policy context, including repercussions from Bill 23, a vision statement uncensored or underscored by 8 gilding objectives, and 31 town-specific evaluation recommendations and designation of significant heritage resources. Resident feedback was welcome to support development of a final draft plan that reflects everybody's perspective, said Emma Abramowitz, project manager with the consultant team of ERA Architects. So
It's important we keep our heritage.
we need to keep our heritage and our lands.
This
and
is
our,
Halton
you know,
Hills, please.
You know, it's
Since when did they do that?
well, I like we've talked about before. You know, we're starting to see this growth coming into play here. That's getting into like massive numbers. That new development they're going to put out at 10th Side Road and 8th Line is going to be huge. There's supposed to be even a good sized plaza going in there as well.
Ash Grove is about to
Expand
rapidly.
Or disappear.
But
Or-
they've
yeah.
got to have their own
One or the
infrastructure. We don't have the infrastructure here to deal with that many people.
Well, that's it. You got to have the water coming in and the water going out minimum.
Like this?
Yeah. You're leaking.
You're leaking?
Water going in and coming
Yeah.
out. There it is. Good timing.
All right, so we've got some serious problems here, in not only in Halton Hills, but across the region. A 32-year-old Markham man is facing multiple charges after Halton police concluded an investigation into alleged human trafficking. Police said that they began the investigation back in March after learning of a female victim who was allegedly trafficked by a man throughout the GTA. On Thursday, April 13th, a 32-year-old Markham man was arrested in Whitby and charged with several laws. So, that's creeping into Halton Hills, human trafficking.
We're seeing more and more of it happening. It boggles my mind.
Yeah, it seems to be growing, doesn't it?
It just boggles my mind.
You don't think of that when you think of Canada. You don't think of stuff like that, but it happens, of course, everywhere. underground. You don't hear it, you don't see it, but it is there, unfortunately.
Okay, so
Halton Hills today, yeah, they're of course a big part of our research output, and we'd like to thank them for the great job they do. And they email our stuff. We get it right directly to our inbox, don't we?
I signed up for it, so
Yeah.
we get it there. Easier for you to
Yeah,
access.
absolutely. Yeah. That's
Wanna
your
take
story,
that
isn't
one?
it?
Yeah.
Whose story is it? It's
I,
yours.
I started, and then you went just
Yeah.
So a Halton Hills resident is facing impaired charges following a collision earlier this week in the rural area. On April the 11th, Halton Regional Police officers responded to a crash in the area of 10th Side Road and Trafalgar Road. As a result of an investigation, a 69-year-old male from Halton Hills was charged with operation while impaired and a blood alcohol concentration of 80 milligrams or more within 2 hours. Boy, oh boy.
Wow.
Local residents are reminded that driving under the influence of drugs and or alcohol is a crime in progress, and to call 911 immediately to report a suspected impaired driver. 2 hours.
Yeah.
How has he not got alcohol poisoning?
Wow, that's a lot.
Holy Moses.
That's a lot of
Or he
birds.
does it quite often, and this is just the one time he got caught.
You know, there's so many
crazy.
ways of telling if a guy's, or a gal, or whatever,
Whoever,
a
yeah.
human being is drunk on the roads. They do not keep the same speed. They can't.
Yeah.
They can't concentrate on the proper speed.
Yeah.
So they'll speed up and slow
Well,
down.
they're more
and
concentrating
speed.
on driving straight
Yeah.
than they are on a
Yeah.
constant speed. So,
An officer told me that. He
Yeah.
said, we're trained to look what to look for.
Yeah. Oh,
And
God, yeah.
it's so true. And there's so many people you see like that on the road that are slowing down in front of you and here.
Like, drive cab like we did. You'll see what we're talking
yeah.
about. This was a great story. I love this story. I was glad I got a chance to read this. So, you know, our Canadian women are doing great in Brampton right now. They're doing really well. I was watching some of the games this past week. It was great to see them. But Georgetown's very own Sarah Fillier
Yeah.
and the Canadian women's hockey team will now move on to the tournament
Good job.
semifinals. Way
Way
to
to
go,
go, Sarah.
girls! She scored a beautiful goal the other day.
Yeah, you were
Wasn't
talking
that a
about this
beauty?
earlier.
Oh my
I saw
God.
it, yeah.
What
I saw
a
it.
dude! What a gorgeous goal, and yeah, helped put the team into the semifinals with that goal. So, way to go, Sarah. We're proud, and playing really locally too.
Yeah.
They're playing
Yeah,
in Brampton,
Brampton.
so you want to go see some great hockey. Go check those games out.
And the
We
gals
beat the
are doing
States
well.
the other day.
Yep.
Um,
So nice
but
to
yeah,
have a local
I think
gal
we're
in there,
facing
too.
Sweden. I think
Yeah.
it is that we're facing in this.
And one of the gals had a baby like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, in her
Yeah.
early 30s,
Yeah.
and she was right back at it.
Yeah,
Good for her.
Yeah.
Way to go, sweetheart.
right on.
All right. Atura is gearing up to use hydrogen at Halton Hills Generating Station. Some people don't even know we have one, but we do.
Yes,
the
we
company
do.
I hope so.
The company says it's doing its part in the fight against climate change by upgrading the local facility to accept low-carbon hydrogen from a plant being built in Niagara Falls. Atura's powers Halton Hills Station will soon generate electricity by blending hydrogen with natural gas, a move that the company says will help the province reach net zero carbon emissions. Sometimes in 2024, the local facility will begin upgrading its gas plant on 6-line and steels to accept the blended fuel. So if you're wondering what that huge building or buildings are, that's the complex of our generating. It is
Yep.
huge when you drive by it.
See, I knew about
Absolutely,
the
but-
generating station, but I have no idea about the use of hydrogen, what that does differently. That's the kind of stuff that I go, okay, well, that's good, I guess.
No, I love watching the Discovery Channel because then they talk about that stuff and you learn about all kinds of cool stuff like that.
Yeah.
So no, it's my first wife. She her company she works for. They were the ones that built that place, and yeah, I got to go in it. It is very big, very very big. So
Well, it's a part of the show where we highlight your babies, which is the Talent Cell, of course. You're the one,
Yeah.
along with Don Fenley and Katie Downs, who started it. And we're going to feature what the Talent Cell was basically started as was to promote local business. And-
Well, no, it wasn't just local business. So
It
you
was
gotta
to tell
remember
stories
Don,
and-
well, Don Fenley had a page on something Here and Now, or Then and Now, I think it was an original, just a Georgetown page. And when he got Katie and I to begin to be admins on the page with him, then all three of us put our heads together and said, you know what? Because people were complaining that what it was designed for, people were starting to advertise and all this stuff
Right.
was happening. So we put our heads together and went, okay, created the name, decided this is what we were doing, and it was created. And it's for selling used products. It's for business referrals. We wanted businesses to have the freedom to be able to get their name out there and not like at a free,
Yeah.
free referrals and that type of thing. And that was it. But it was to be all community, I mean, we go a little outside of the community
Well, I
if
think
it
they do
helps
a great
community,
job.
but yeah.
It's turned into a monster, though, both of them. Acton,
We got well
Tellencel,
over
and George.
30,000 between the two of them now. And that was back in
God, yeah.
2012.
That's the kind of reach we have, folks. 20
Yeah.
to 30,000.
Clickety
so-
click.
So this is some
So-
from this week's Georgetown Tellencel.
Karen is so from Karen McBride. She had put a little something up on the Georgetown Tellencel. This week, Hilltop Tree Care provided us with a great service for a second year in a row. From the time Jay came to provide the quote to his crew, Devin, Nelson, and Alyssa completing the job, it was an A1 service. The crew worked tirelessly all day and left our property spotless after trimming a huge, in capital letters, tree. A bonus, they are super pleasant. Honestly, can't say enough good things about this company.
That's what it's. There you
There we
go.
go.
So congratulations to Hilltop Tree Care from Karen McBride on the Georgetown Tellencel, and for Lee's hometown, the Acton Tellencel.
And if I'm correct, sorry, I'm just looking at it. All reactions to that one that I just read, 2,323 people
you go.
reacted to it.
Reacted
there's a good
to
number.
it. Never mind saw it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tells
And
you the power that we
that's
have.
the positive end that I love about that is that with positive things and statements that these people are saying, you're getting more reactions from that than all these hateful
Ugh.
bullshit.
People talk about the death of radio, right? Radio isn't dying, it's morphing into something else. It's morphing into
Sure it is.
online podcasting. And now, online is radio. Now, social media is just as important as what we do as what we put on the airwaves.
Absolutely.
That's why we take so much time in posting stuff on our pages, because we want to make it look pretty.
Yeah.
And we want to make it look like
Enjoyable.
enjoyable. I
Yeah.
mean, our headlines, everything that we do, but social media, Facebook, Twitter, they're so huge nowadays. They're like radio, only it's like the way newspapers used to be.
In a way.
Sadly,
in a way.
what's
And
going on in the
Acton
Tellencel?
Tellencel, George Antoglou, I'm going to say.
Antonoglu.
Wants to thank Chris Cambris from Titan Tech for a superb job setting up my office and equipping me with all of my office needs. Everything was done on time, from calibrating to new phones, computers, etc. And he wants you to keep up the good work. And we do too. We like Chris over at Titan Tech. Good guy. Does a lot of work with Nina.
Yeah, he does.
Or Zena, sorry.
Zena.
Zena.
I was gonna say-
Over
Zena.
at.
Who?
I used to have a girlfriend named Zena, but that's another story.
Yeah, we'll leave that for the other one.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, that's there.
So yeah, good stories to hear, and that's what we want to see on these sites is positive news. Talk about good business practices and people doing good things in the community. That's what we need to talk about more.
I also want to say I wasn't sitting here at the time that they were talking about the death of the two dogs with Peter and Andrea, and I just want to give you my condolences. We will definitely miss them.
Oh God, yeah.
But yeah, when you get the next dog, that becomes our new mascot. Just saying.
Yeah, make sure they like music because it gets loud in there. Well, remember Harry's dog? What was his name?
Oh,
Lucas.
Lucas. there
Lucas
you
would
go.
come and
Couldn't
lay on
remember.
the floor. We would have 6 guitar players, a keyboard player, a
Sleeping.
drummer, 3 saxophonists, and there would be Lucas sleeping right on the floor, happy as a pig in dirt.
Friggin' dirt.
You know, and yeah, it was tough when Lucas was gone. So now, like I say, they're going to look at a new dog tonight. So we'll have Rusty and whatever the new dog is.
They've
So,
all gone to a new doggy playground
absolutely
together.
Absolutely.
Play with your doggy.
Yeah,
And my doggies.
And your doggy.
And,
your doggy. All
Well, it's funny. I
doggies.
saw a meme like that where they show the pearly gates and people are all lined up.
Yeah.
Yet the other gate's
Seen
wide
it.
open for all the dogs and cats. They just
You
wander in,
know,
so-
after I lost my two, I've always had a dog. I've
Yeah.
always had dogs.
Same here.
The
First
last
time in my
year or
life.
two of my life was the only time I've ever not had one.
Yeah.
But
Me too.
after you lose a dog, do you ever notice other people walking dogs?
Oh God,
All
yeah.
the time. Are you
Everywhere.
kidding me?
It's
Everywhere.
like,
I almost wanna
can
go-
I be can I be you?
Yeah.
Can I be
No.
you?
You just ask them just very nicely.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I just borrow your lead just for half an
I
hour?
know.
I'll bring them right
know,
back.
I know. It's upsetting, and you know when you lose and the wonderful thing about animals is that it's unconditional love, especially dogs.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. They're
Make sure you
healing.
tune into our radio station, Halton Hills Online. We're going to get ourselves out of here. I'm
Don
gonna
Cherry,
and Don Cherry coming up, yes, as well.
local
Always
radio. He's on Saturday mornings and Wednesday afternoons.
right on. And we love having Don on, and we love being part of the whole hour with him when we're on the air as well. So
Yeah.
check it out when you get a chance. We're brought to you by.
Brought to you by Max Tires and Auto Sales with the lowest, and auto repairs. They do quite a bit down there,
Yeah.
truck repairs. Lowest prices on tires. 905-873-9255 is the phone number. And, of course, I'm not going to say that yet because I want to say one more thing, and I forgot what it is. I thought I was going to remember. I have to. Oh, yes, I have to say that. That's right. Community is driven by. Oh, no, I wanted to talk about the Bulldogs.
Well, we got to get going here.
I know. Well, it's only 33 minutes.
35.
No, it's not because remember?
Anyways.
Have to take it all. But anyway, see, he's dawdling and she. But anyway, the Bulldogs start in May. Don't forget that. And the Raiders are coming back in the fall. Bye. Community is driven by community.
You navigate.
We drive.
That's right.
Have a great week, everybody. Big Daddy Russ Horton, for Leah Lywood, I'm Lee Lakin, Amanda
Where's my
Bassant.
stick?
I don't know.
Are you guys playing a
What'd you
joke
do?
on me?
What'd you do?
Seriously. I don't have my stick to do my dinger.
It's always something each week, isn't it? Your
Where did it
ding-a-ling.
go?
Your ding-a-ling.
Oh my God. You. It was her.
It was on me.
You know,
Have a great week, everybody.
just for
Thanks for
that.
tuning in. We'll catch you all next week. Take
I
care.
love you.
Catch you on the B-side.
we forgot to bring Mandy back.
Well, quick, come. We're not finished.
We're
Quick.
not done yet. We got lots of room. We'll play this at the Christmas party.
Here we go.
Somebody swear so we can play it at the Christmas party.
Say goodbye.
Doggy style.
Have a good weekend, everybody. Enjoy the eat. It's
There
not
goes-
here for long. Okay.
Good one.